What do you consider to be a spiritual experience? I would say that a spiritual experience is something that it can be described as something as profound as a moment where your senses are overwhelmed by something that defies description, or something as small as something that grazes goosebumps on your arm. It can be brought on by, but not limited to, an awe-inspiring view, a series of movements without feeling in control of your body, like in dance, achieving a certain state of mind through meditation, or witnessing a new life being brought into the world. Maybe even being part of a group where everyone is united in thought or action. Or even the realization that everything is interconnected. To some, I would be treading a fine line if I were to say that I had a spiritual experience and still consider myself an atheist. But being an atheist doesn't mean that I deny that there is an aspect of the human experience that is not entirely obtainable unless it is experienced. William Golding once said, "Language fits over experience like a straitjacket." You can describe a view, how to meditate, how to dance, how everything's interconnected to your life and the lives of everyone around you. But it would be a futile effort to try to put that into words. If we come to find out that spiritual experiences are produced by the mind's interpretation of a stimulus, or the misfiring of neurons due to stress or other factors, and it's not given to us by a divine source, is it no longer spiritual? If at some point we come to truly understand what goes on in the brain to cause what would be considered a spiritual experience, does that make the experience any less beautiful to the individual who experienced it? To me, the attempt to put that into words, as I said before, is a futile effort. And the attempt that religion makes to put it into one word, or God, was at one time a good way of doing it. But the word God has been diminished by religion's rampant use and, to me, abuse of the word. While it is true that spiritual experiences and spirituality itself are both closely tied to religion, the association is a one-way street. There is spirituality in religion. I'm not denying that. But there's not religion in spirituality. And the spirituality that's found in religion is like water and concrete. Concrete, if you don't know, is a mixture of sand and gravel, or aggregate, cement and water. Through the process of hydration, cement and water form a paste that, when mixed with aggregate and cured, binds to itself and the aggregate, forming concrete. In religion, religious dogma and psalms are mixed with ancient myth, which is made into religion when spirituality, or the water in this instance, is extracted from believers and added. This is used as a mortar to bind believers together, from both the past and the present to build and maintain a wall of a fortress that was put into place eons ago to keep us safe from the thunder and lightning. But this is the 21st century, and a castle built on Bronze Age foundations is only used as one thing in civilized society: a museum. Then this is where religion belongs. Religion shouldn't be destroyed. It should be a place where people go to reminisce about antiquity, or where children get taken on field trips to learn about the past. The only thing keeping this from happening are the group of people who were appointed or who appointed themselves to powerful positions as wall guards. They kept watch and told us what was going on outside the wall and how we should interpret it and react to it. Now, though, those people who guarded humanity in the past are now trying to hold on to their positions as guards. But in the attempt to do so, they've had to turn their attention inward instead of outward. And they've turned the fortress into a prison. Rational thought, education, technology, and science have created a door in the wall through which many people now pass freely and engage the guards and their supporters in, well, battle. This is a battle of peaceful engagement and inquiry into religious and theistic thinking, which, as far as I can tell, is slowly denying the guards and their flock access to the water they need to maintain the wall. To me, we are a culmination of wandering stardust that has been interacting and reacting with itself long enough to start asking questions about where it came from. And amazingly, we can start to answer those questions by studying the universe. Something that is spiritual is still spiritual without religion, or anyone else for that matter being there to interpret it for us. It's much more beautiful and fascinating and meaningful to me if a spiritual experience is my own and not gifted to me by a deity just because that's what somebody chiseled on a Bronze Age foundation.
I like you.